You can see that what we've ignited is some newspaper and a trash can in the back of the room. That fire quickly goes up, and in 40 seconds, you have activation of the smoke alarm. That's your first level of awareness, and that means get out, stay out, and call 911. You can see the fire progress up the curtains. And at 17, 18 seconds, you hear the alarm sound. That's the activation of the sprinkler head. Notice the color of the smoke. It's dark, acrid smoke. It's disorienting, and it quickly gets to the floor level, which is going to impact your ability to escape. But you can see too that the flames have quickly died down, and we've held that fire in check. And you'll also notice the change in the smoke as we introduce that 15 gallons of water per minute. And so far we're at 34 seconds is when the sprinkler head activated. But you can see that that has pretty much extinguished the fire for all intents and purposes. People were able to escape. They're able to call 911. Fire departments turned out and responded. The fire service is going to continue in and make sure the fire is completely extinguished. But you can see that that space is still a space that you can escape from, you and your family. Now we could let that continue to run throughout the demonstration because that fire is not going anywhere at this point. But what we're going to do is we're going to shut down the sprinkler head now and have the firefighters make sure that we're fully extinguished on that space. And then we're going to demonstrate the adjoining room. You can see the volume of water that's introduced by the nozzle on this fire, significantly more than what the sprinkler head did. Now in the case of, we want to make sure this room is fully out. But in the case of a residential home, those firefighters wouldn't necessarily have to bring that hose line into your home. They would go in with a small extinguisher, make sure the fire is completely out, and investigate the origin of the cause. You can also see that the furnishings are pretty much intact. There was no extension to the furnishings. The coffee table and the computer, the television and the photograph on the wall. And after the demonstration, you're more than welcome to come up and take a closer look at that space. Okay, let's reset the clock, Jake. And Brendan, we're good to go on the second room. This is the room that's not protected with residential sprinklers. Now, when we talk about residential sprinklers, in 1 and 2 family homes, this can be fed off of your domestic water system. Okay, so we have the start of the fire. Go ahead, Jake. You can see that advancing rapidly. The smoke alarm sounds at 9 seconds. During this, note the smoke, the color, and how the smoke is building from the ceiling down. You can see now that the smoke is pretty much at chest height at less than 30 seconds. You can also see the flames advancing and now getting to the furnishings. The back of the love seat is on fire. You can see unchecked, the fire continues to advance. And that smoke, that black acrid smoke, continues to build down. Temperatures at the ceiling are probably at 800 degrees. And the high temperatures will continue to build in that space. As they do, it will cause the other furnishings and other products inside the space to off-gas. And that's all fuel for the continuation of the fire. You can see the fire advancing. and igniting the furnishings, and now we see that the back floor is catching on fire. We're at 1 minute and 30 seconds, and you can see that that's ordinary combustibles. That's the things that are contained in your home, in all of our homes. And so you can see that fire just continues rapidly to advance unchecked. Notice some of the products, and now we have, at 1 minute and 45 seconds, we have flashover. You can feel the heat this far back. We're going to attack that fire so that we don't damage the crop. But you can see that in 2 minutes, we've reached what firefighters call flashover. That means every combustible in the room has reached ignition temperature and has caught fire. Again, note the black acrid smoke. Feel that heat all the way back here. Now you can see that the firefighters have to train that hose line in there, for a significant amount of time in order to knock down those flames. That's all water that's being introduced. And as we talked about, that's not survivable. If somebody's in that space, they're not going to survive. And it's also very dangerous for our firefighters. It's a very dangerous environment for our firefighters to enter into.